Welcome to the Mouthpiece. We're back. It's been a long time coming, but we're back from Europe and back from all over the world. Today we're going to talk about the November 9 coming up soon, the final table of the main event. If you've been watching the ESPN broadcast, you've seen a lot of featured tables with me, and luckily for me, ESPN's made me look good. We're going to talk about my European trip. How did I do out there? What did I do? How I survived. We're going to talk about Poker Savvy Plus, poker videos. I keep saying new Mike the Mouth videos are coming out. Trust me, they are. I've been real busy. We're going to talk about the Niagara WPT North American Championship that's going on right now. We'll talk exactly what's going on. There's about 4 left as we tape this show. We're going to talk about the World Poker Tour coming up, championship at the Bellagio. We're going to talk about the current state of the World Poker Tour, why the numbers are down so far in all of American poker, and what we could do to fix them. We're going to also talk about my disastrous week in online poker and my hand of the week coming up next on the Mouthpiece. Welcome back to the Mouthpiece. The November 9 is set as we all know it. And if you've been watching the covers on ESPN, you got to really see how some of them got there and some of them how they survived. You got to see a lot of my hands that they're showing. They haven't shown many hands because I never got dealt anything. I played my way all the way through as far as I did just on pure play alone. They did show a few. I love the coverage that ESPN gave me on Tuesday, the 2-hour feature basically all about me, which was really great. I thought they made me look real good, and I was real happy with the coverage. Once again, our good buddy Phil Hellmuth made himself look like a f***ing idiot. I like to use that word when I describe Phil Hellmuth because he likes to call everybody idiots when he and himself might be the biggest idiot in all of poker. So as far as the November 9 goes, we're going to be talking about that over the next 2-3 weeks. That's going to be real important as we head down the home stretch on November 11th and the November 10th and 11th in the final table at the Amazon room, which I will be there, and rooting on my good friend Chino, who I've become pretty good friends with over the last 2-3 months. We spent a lot of time in Europe together, and I say that because a lot of people like to say negative things about him because of the things they've heard in the past, and sitting down for dinner with him and talking to him and him telling me some of the stories of why he has some of those things on his record are really kind of funny. So I'd like to maybe bring him on this show and we'll talk about that and give you all a few laughs before the November 9 is set. There's other people there I'll be rooting for if Chino happens to go out, but he is the guy I'm rooting for the most. And if I put it in order, there's a lot of people I'm rooting for, but I'm going to go ahead and give him the number 1 nod, and we'll go on down from there. So, talking about my trip to Europe, I ended up in Germany for a week. We did the Full Tilt Million Euro Challenge. It was a promo for Full Tilt, in which we did some televised poker. That was pretty fun. I spent a lot of time with the guys down there and got to really do a lot of fun things in Germany. We left Germany, headed over to London, in which we actually left Germany, this little town in Germany, then headed up to Munich on a speed train to film the finals, and then we headed over to London. Once we got to London, we filmed the £1 million cash game, in which it was me, Eli on day 1, Durr, Hellmuth, Chris Ferguson, Patrick. On day 2, we had Andy Block, Gus, Patrick, Durr, David Benjamin. Anyway, sounds like a tough lineup, but it truly was the greatest game I've ever played in. You had all the egos trying to outplay each other between David Benjamin, Durr, Phil Hellmuth, and at first Ivy, until he got a hold of like 500,000 winners, and then he played well. I thought he played real well, but when it was all said and done, after playing about 16 hours of play over the 2 days, in Europe in this £1 million cash game. I came out most impressed with Patrick. I thought he played the best. He kept his patience. He didn't get involved in an ego war. He stayed focused, and it was the first time I really played cash with him, and I really liked the way he played, and I was pretty impressed. Everybody else, I thought they were a bunch of idiots. Phil made a complete fool of himself. I thought Durr played as bad as you could play until the deck bailed him out, and he was 500,000 loser and got even. I thought David Benjamin played as poorly as you can play, caught 2 miracles to get up 280,000, and then lost 2 pots, went on full-blown tilt and played as bad as you can play and gave away all his money. As for me, I thought on day one, a little timid. I was played a little bit scared. I didn't like that, getting used to the players. I hadn't played any live in over a year, and I struggled on day one a little bit. I found myself stuck about 24,000 after day one, and that was when I tripled up on a hand with 2 9s. In a hand where I shipped it pre-flop all in for 26,000 and got called 26 cold by ace queen off by Durr, Tom Dwan. So I thought he played pretty poor. And then I hit runner. He flopped, of course, an ace with his ace queen off, and I hit running clubs to win that pot and triple up. And I made the right move against Eli, who had raised, and he had 2 8s, which I knew he had 7s or 8s just by the way he raised. Was really shocked to see Tom call with ace queen. So anyway, I came back the next day. I thought I played the first 2 hours a little timid until I stacked Hellmuth and got a hole where I had about 290, 300,000 in front of me, where I had chips to play with. I felt comfortable, and I thought I played really well the rest of the day. And when it all comes out on European TV or on American TV, I think it'll be out. It'll be a good cash game to watch. So that's what I did there in Europe. Then we played the World Series of Poker. I played the first 3 events. Day 1, I played for about 5 hours, chopped my way up from 6,000 to 10,000 without ever having a hand, and then found 2 kings and got it all in pre-flop against ace king. Come 3 blanks, ace on the river, and game was over, and that's how I got knocked out of the first WSOP. The horse event, I played as great as I can play. I did not even win a pot. They started with 118, and I made it down to 45 without ever winning a chip. And that was, I just was card dead there. And in case you guys haven't heard, in the main event, I made a big, deep run. And you'll see that on TV. I'll be on like 3 featured tables. I was 3rd in chips after day 1. I was about 8th in chips after day 1. After day 2, I was about 3rd in chips. My chip position was great. I was playing great, only to find myself pick ace king up against ace queen, and him flop come ace queen, and then me to pick up kings against aces. And in that hand, I think I could have got away from it. It felt like he had aces pre-flop, but he was a short stack. I had 290,000. He had 60, so it was even making it even tougher to get away from. But and those are 2 pretty unfortunate hands, and I end up. The way I go broke Jack 10 versus 5-6 on a 4-7-9 board where I check raise him all in, and he hit a 5 for a straight, or for a pair. So it was a good read on me pre-flop on the last hand I go broke with, or on the flop. I felt weakness. I made a play. He insta-called me when he turned up 6 high. I was a little bit shocked because I thought that I was just dead and I misread the hand, but I know, as it turns out, you'll see this on TV, and I was pretty proud of the way I played. So that was my European trip.